Are you serious, Inertia? Oh my goodness. I'm in over my head here. Oh, yes. Yeah, what? I'm Zach George. I train dogs, and this is my new dog, Inertia. I'm taking you along as I train her from day one. You can start from the beginning or pick up anywhere and start learning. Welcome to the dog training experience. Today, we're gonna take our distraction levels to new heights during training. We'll address destructive chewing, and we'll work on Inertia's emergency weight and more. If you have a dog, you should have their food automatically delivered. I mean, why not? PetFlow makes it insanely easy. They'll almost certainly have your dog's brand of food, and all you do is tell them how often you want it delivered. No more having to carry heavy bags or arriving at the pet store seeing that your dog's food isn't even there. And to make it easy, you'll get $10 off your first 3 automatic shipments when you enter code ZAC30. I'm gonna have a link and a discount code in the description of this video. If one is serious about training, they must train in a variety of places outside of the home. Today, we'll explore City Park in New Orleans and see what distractions the world has for us. We are here at the park. This is where we've come to do our public training today, right out of the car. You know the drill by now. Let Inertia smell around, let her get comfortable with everything. I was tempted to enforce leave it alone, but then I realized, man, we've only been here like 30 seconds. Let me let her smell the oak tree, which is much older than her or me or any of you. We've been here now, what, maybe 2 minutes? Let's see what happens. Leave it alone. Come on, let's go this way. She's really been doing a lot better on that. It's tempting to fall into the trap of just pulling them along when they start smelling. But if you'll just spend a few days really enforcing, leave it alone, let's go, you know, encouraging them to come along, and they learn that you're gonna do that every single time, they eventually learn that the path of least resistance is to just listen to you. There's some pulling going on. I don't love it, but I'm choosing to pick my battles more with the ground sense than I am the pulling. Trying to train everything at once isn't advisable. Remember, we're in a public place, which makes it much more challenging for Inertia to listen by an order of magnitude at least. This is why public training is the best. You just encounter random things like a balloon on a bench. That's something that your dog should be prepared for. Hey, Inertia, what's this? I've been in the habit of calling her to me and just letting her go back to checking out the environment so she doesn't think, oh gosh, every time he calls me, I don't get to do anything. There it is, look. I knew she would think it was interesting. Pretty good reaction there. She's like, okay, it's a little odd. Make sure I give her room to back up from it and check it out at a distance she feels safe with. Let's go look at it one more time. What do you think? What do you think of that balloon? Sure, it seems insignificant, but give your dog low-key opportunities to check out new things. Nice, yeah. Good job. This is a good example where she's like really on a scent right now. She's like, I really want to check this out. But let's say I'm in a situation where, look, we got to get going. Inertia, come. See, not so responsive to come when called. Leave it alone. Inertia, come on, let's go. Yes. I just took the time to explain to her that I wanted her to do that thing that we've practiced a million times in a million different contexts, and I wanted her to do it right here, in this environment and this context. I haven't used any treats in this whole training session so far. I'm trying to use the environment as a reinforcer because she's really interested in everything. When she starts smelling the ground and I want her to keep going, the benefit to her is, okay, we get to go explore other things. Leave it alone, Inertia. Leave it. Come on, let's go. Yes, come on. Perfect. Very high rate of success of getting her to leave things alone without having to pull her along. I'm gonna try to encourage her to pick up the pace here, but she's getting really distracted by all the smells. Ground scents are one thing, but something tells me we're going to encounter much tougher distractions. There's beef bones, there's crawfish tails. This is tough, guys. I'm in over my head here. That's a crawfish tail. Leave it. This is a bone. Leave it alone. There's ants. Come on, let's get away from here. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Inertia, let's go. This way. Yes. That was hard, but we got her to almost get away from all those real world distractions. Leave it. Come on, let's go this way. Yes. Here we are. This is our planned distraction for the day. We have a small theme park inside City Park here in New Orleans. We thought it might be kind of cool to introduce her to this roller coaster, see how she reacts. Looks like it's coming. Listen to the sound. Oh. It's a little bit of anxiety. We'll let her go back a little bit here. Yes, good job. See how she's not taking that? She's like, wait a minute, there's a bunch of screaming people on this thing that's going through the sky. See how she wants to get some distance? We're gonna honor that desire here. Let her get some distance. We'll park over here for a minute. That's kind of Inertia's pattern though. She'll want some distance and then she'll take it in and then she'll be okay with getting closer to it. You want this? She's taking chicken from this distance, which indicates that she's a little more comfortable. And it can't hurt for her to have the association of something really good like chicken with a roller coaster. Giving your dog access to screaming people and letting them understand that that's a thing has a whole host of benefits. Dogs notice those eccentric reactions we do in certain situations, and it's not the norm for humans to just scream like that. So when they hear humans do something like that that's new, they learn, oh, okay, I guess people can do that too. We'll hang out over here. I don't want to get too close. Yeah, much better this time. Good girl. You want this? Still not taking treats. When a dog goes from taking treats just a moment ago to not taking treats in a single session like this, it's a sign that they're overstimulated and not really receptive to actual training in that particular moment. Instead, what I like to do is just let them observe their surroundings and take it in for a little bit. I wonder if she'll be more comfortable even closer to it. Little thrown off, but she took it in. She was pretty brave there. Here it comes again. Fun. Nice job, girl. Do you care about chicken? Yeah, she's really comfortable now. Being in public represents a great opportunity to meet new people too. This is so important with puppies. Would you like to pet her? Okay, sure. Okay, you want to say hi?
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Hi. What's her name?
Her name is Inertia. So that was pretty good. She didn't jump all over them. She was excited, but there's not much you can do about that. But I wanted to make sure she didn't jump, especially since there was a young child there. Let me see if I can get a stand. Stand? Oh, I think we're gonna get it. Good. Can I get a bow? Before, she wouldn't give me the time of day. After a few minutes, she's listening to me. So really resist the urge to get frustrated and just give up when you come to a place and your dog's like, I can't pay attention to you. Test often and understand that it's just fine and acceptable in the beginning when they're just like, I don't want to listen. The fact that she's doing things is just a sign that she is more relaxed and more comfortable like she is at home. That was a success, I'd say. Let's see what else we can find around here. We didn't plant this. This is real. That's real food. Let's see what happens. Hey, Inertia, leave it alone. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it alone. Yes. Good job. Leave it. So I'm really trying to show her that leaving things alone by default like this is the way to behave when presented with a distraction. Now we're at one of the lawn areas here in City Park. We'll let Inertia take this new park area in and experience it for a minute. Inertia, let's walk up this way a little bit. Come on. Oh, look at her. She's like, I really want to pay attention to these guys. I'm gonna let her right now. They're doing well. Oh, so you can see she's thrown off there a little bit. Some people came up to talk to us. She's like, whoa, you guys are loud and crazy, but it's New Orleans, so she's definitely gonna have to get used to that. She rebounded really well though, but I took my attention off of them and onto the situation once I saw her reaction. Oh, see, we have a kite over here. That looks weird to her. I didn't know a kite was gonna be here, so let me train her to wait. Okay, she's not waiting. I think I can get her to do it though. Wait, yes. Do you want this? Okay. She doesn't want the treat, but she's generalizing wait to some degree. So I had to really reiterate wait a few too many times, but it's a loose leash. There's a kite flying around out there. I'll take it for a 5-month-old dog. See if she'll play with the toy in public. Here you go. Oh, a little interest in the toy. Remember, it's common for dogs to be much less interested in playing when they're in a new place. The more you do it, the more likely they'll play in the future though. She's not so much in the mood to play now. Maybe I'll check later, or maybe I'll check tomorrow. Another successful outing. I feel like Inertia has learned more about her world out here today, which was our objective. If you like having a written guide to lessons like this, my books make perfect companions to these episodes. You can get them both for around $25 on Amazon. I'll have links below. Are you serious, Inertia? Oh my goodness. Inertia is 5 months old and she's been sleeping on a bed, had no issue with it. Like chewing has not been an issue with her because I've been controlling her environment. She's been good with her bed, so I've been leaving her with her bed. But look at this, new behavior is emerging. Inertia, we certainly can't have this. Our housekeepers inadvertently put this secondary bed that we have over here. This is actually not her main bed, which is probably why she's suddenly reacting to it like this. You know what, before I just take that from her, let me see if I can get her attention off of it. Hey, over here. Inertia, leave it alone. She knows leave it, good. Come on over here. What's this? I got a treat, okay? Sit, good. Wait. I'm gonna give her a small treat there. I was able to at least momentarily get her attention off of this bed. This is why you want to be very careful about leaving your dog alone with a bed. You want to be pretty confident they're not going to chew. And all beds are not the same. So since this is not her regular bed and it accidentally got placed in there, she viewed that as something different. Notice how she's not running out of the crate. I've been very consistent about enforcing wait every time I open the crate. Let's get up all the fuzzies here, because this can be a real health hazard. I'm curious to see if she now generalizes this when I put her old bed back in. The quick answer to get your dog to stop chewing is to be very good about managing their surroundings so that they don't inadvertently chew something that they're not allowed to. But secondly, you have to give them lots of exposure to things that are chewable and teaching them how to behave while you're observing them around those things. With that first bed, I really observed her to make sure she was going to behave appropriately with it before I left her alone with it. And she's done fine with that bed. But this one, she didn't generalize it so well. Thank you for not chewing that. Good girl. Can you settle? Nice job. Oh, she's acquiring those perfect eyes that make it real hard to say no to anything. I want to start teaching Inertia how to back up when I ask her to, so that's something we're gonna work on right now. I've got a couple of ideas in mind. I'm gonna start by trying to lure her backwards. I think I'll use the clicker for this. The clicker is something we use to communicate when our dogs do something we like. Our dogs learn that the click sound means that they're getting something great, like a wonderful treat. I've noticed that when she's getting into the heel position, sometimes I'll encourage her to back up a little bit, and she kind of does it in this real specific scenario. I'm hoping that we can build on that real specific contextual backup in order to teach her a more generalized backup. Let's do a heel. Wait. Good. Yes. Oh, that was interesting. Do you see her brainstorming? It's a crooked backup. Oh, look at that. She's really used to watching this treat and going where this treat goes when we're doing our basic heel training like this. Okay, come on. Wait, a little far ahead. Wait, stand, that's okay. Here, this way, good, heel. Yes, good. It's really fragile. I'm gonna put the treat a little bit farther down. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's really good. This is the very beginning of it. Still a long way to go. It's still really contingent upon a lure and her getting used to the muscle memory that it takes. Yes. Yeah! What? Good girl, jackpot. Good looking backup. We're gonna continue to work on that. Ultimately, you want your dog to be able to just back up when you back up or walk forward or just do it because you ask them to while you stay still. There's a lot of variations of backup in her future. We've talked a lot about teaching Inertia wait in various contexts. For example, wait at the door, wait when we're about to teach her how to do a trick like bow so we can have her really hold a standing position. Teaching your dog to wait or stay or hold their position or whatever you want to call it in a variety of different contexts is hugely important. At some point in your dog's life, it may very well happen that, I don't know, for whatever reason, they're across the street and they're running to you and you may need to have them hold that wait because perhaps you see a car coming. So it's time to start teaching an emergency wait to Inertia. I'm gonna start this inside before I do it outside for obvious reasons. It's harder for a dog to pay attention outside. I guess I'm gonna throw this treat down there, have her go get the treat, call her back, and then see if she'll hold a wait when I ask her to on the way back. Inertia, come, wait. Kind of, I had to cheat it a little bit, but she did make an effort. Let me see that again. Go get it. Wait. Yes, good girl. Okay, I just wanted to rush in there and reward because that was better than I expected. She held a wait at the halfway point on the way back. That was really good. Wait. Circling around her and walking behind her like this increases the difficulty of this exercise as dogs generally like to get up and follow us wherever we go. Okay, good job. Wow, that was so good. I want to see what happens when she's in play mode, if I can enforce the wait. Wait. Oh, okay, now look, see, if that was a squirrel running across the street, she would have failed that test. This is why we train. I'm gonna keep it random. I'm just gonna play easy game of fetch here. Come on. And then on this next one, I'm gonna throw wait at her. I'm gonna ask her to wait something. Let go. Wait. Oh, leave it alone. So it hit her late. Leave it alone. That's okay, that was a good effort. Over here, And wait. Wait. Okay, wait. She didn't see that coming. She hasn't trained for that. Multiple squeaky toys flying through the air right at her. But that's a test ultimately that she's got to be able to pass before we would ever even think about considering her semi-reliable on her training, whether in private or public. Let's try that again. Wait, wait. Back is turned. Wait. Okay, go get it. So I'll let her chase after that toy as a reward there. So that was a nice little training drill. She's doing great. You'll see me doing this out on walks. If I see a dog in the distance, I'll have her hold her weight. It's just something that you really can't practice too much. And in my view, you should really reinforce it and let your dog know that there are fewer better things that they can do than hold a solid weight when you ask. Check out the real world settle. This is how I want her to behave most of the time when out of her crate and inside a house. We're still a ways away from this, but this is a good time, so I'm just gonna let her exist out here. Okay, that didn't last long. The mailman classic. Inertia, come on. Good job, that's okay. Thank you for letting me know. I don't mind that bark. There was an organic distraction right there. Settle. Just after she saw the mailman, I was able to get her into a settle when I asked. Nice job, very good. Indy recently had some lumps removed and she has some minor stitches, so we have the cone on her head. And I know that if I take Inertia out of the crate that she's going to want to see Indy, but I need to teach her to kind of settle down and actually leave her alone. I thought this would be a good time to practice doing that. You gotta leave Indy alone, no. We're not playing with Indy right now. Even though you want to play with Indy, you can't just because you feel like it all the time. Inertia, come on. Indy, stay. Okay. I'm going to remove her over here. See if we can get her to hold a settle. Can you lie down? Good job. I've got to keep her away from Indy right now. Stay. Okay. Good job. Indy, come. I've called Indy over here just to make it a little more tempting for Inertia. Yes. Oh, come here, come here, come here, come here. You gotta leave her alone. Can you lie down? Relax, you're doing a great job. Both of you are doing a great job. That's a nice little training exercise that we've been doing. So we'll do short training sessions like this. Okay, all done, we're not gonna play. You did a good job of leaving Indy alone. And this is another wonderful example of Inertia practicing self-control. I've been enforcing weight right here in a variety of different ways. Weight. I'm pulling on her. See how she's still not going even when I pull on her? I'm trying to make it super reliable. Good girl, wait. Back up, that's good. Wait. Okay, good. A really good example of environment as the reward. I'm hoping that this training lesson is going to be treat-free because I have no treats. I've been struggling with getting Inertia to get interested in the Frisbee, as you know. Sometimes she's into it and we have an awesome session, but probably 60% of the time she's not into it, especially lately. In fact, right now what I'm dealing with, she's regressing back into leash biting. She loves biting on this as we run around. Hey, what's this? See, no interest. I'm gonna actually focus on a leave it lesson with the leash. I'm obviously not gonna be able to get much Frisbee practice in if she's focused on biting on the leash. See this? Leave it. Good. Come on, let's go. Leave it. Good. I was just anticipating that she was gonna go for the leash. Inertia, come on. That's puppy stuff. Leave the leash alone. Come on, let's go. Good, yes. How about this way? I'm using a 30-foot lead today. Come on, leave it. Good, perfect. Come on, leave it alone. Good girl, come on, let's go. Leave it alone. I want to do a Frisbee lesson, but unless I can get her attention off the lead, I can't do much Frisbee training. We got a lot working against us. She's not that interested in the Frisbee, number one. Secondly, she's heavily distracted by the lead. And finally, she almost never does Frisbee outside of our main yard. It's kind of a new environment. What's this? Come on, come around. And go. Ah, she kind of lit up there. That was good. Ready? Go get it. There we go. There's a spark. I'm taking a step back and rolling it, trying to get those sparks going. Ready? Go. Oh, she's tracking it. If only I could throw, she'd be all right. Good girl. Go. Good. That's her longest catch ever, I believe. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, come around. Go! Haha. Good girl, and I'm really trying to keep those throws nice and low right now because of her age. Don't want her doing a lot of jumping. I think we'll stop right there because as hard as I was working to get her interested, I don't want to overdo it either. And I also like ending on a high note. If you're still buying your pet's food the old-fashioned way, stop it. Decide what your favorite food is and tell Petflow how often you want it at your front door. Get $10 off your first 3 orders when you use discount code ZAC30. I'll have that link and code in the description below. Subscribe to keep up with Inertia's progress. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok too. If you're an overachiever, get my books to really study the methods you saw in this episode. Next time, I'll continue to show Inertia how to properly take a neighborhood walk without losing her mind. See you guys in the next episode.